Pete had a great gift for friendship, seen perhaps at its strongest in the immediate boost his touch and brief words of encouragement unfailingly gave to colleagues and pupils alike. He was much sought after as a tutor and was an inspirational teacher. Most characteristic of Pete's teaching style was its impact and not the small print box-ticking follow-through. It must be admitted that administration was not Pete's favourite pastime. Fortunately, he knew his pupils so well that even if detailed scrutiny of their work had been postponed, a complete working knowledge of the members of his flock had been acquired, as shepherds will acquire it, without the need for documentary evidence.
This is a story, like all our stories on our tube, about love.
His lightning touch was partly the product of very great intelligence. He saw to the heart of a problem with extraordinary speed, and it would be fair to say that his mind had often moved on before others arrived, let alone caught up. His enthusiasms were all-consuming, but not, apart from the cherries, particularly long-lasting. He did not necessarily get bored, but his mind was always on the move, and such was his versatility that there were always new challenges for which he was the ideal choice. He saw the bigger picture with clarity as well as speed, and his mind's eye sometimes seemed to be fixed on a far horizon. A shrewd eye and a dry wit secured the respect and warm affection of the boys in the house, as did his recognition that many narratives were the better, and certainly the funnier, for embellishment.
Modern technological expertise and the cutting edge of DNA testing, under the expert guidance of Dr. Mike Sockett, have confirmed the suspicion of a generation of historians that the purple-hooded lovelock who cured the Tsar's son, but had more than a nodding acquaintance with his missus, is directly related to Mr. D.C. Bourne.
He was the obvious choice to succeed Neil Bolton as Director of Studies, commanding respect for his intellect and also for his willingness to see both sides of an argument. History was his greatest and abiding intellectual passion. He was happiest in the classroom, which brought out the best in him, as many, many letters from former pupils testify. Having taken Greek and Latin at A-level and read ancient and modern history at Oxford, the medieval was probably his favourite period, and he was delighted to be followed on the ancient and modern course by at least 2 Bryanston pupils. It is also a great tribute to him that many of his pupils have followed Pete into teaching. Our minds are full of memories and regrets, and Pete's life and the great gifts he shared with people is overshadowed by our loss and by the manner of it. But what matters is what remains. What remains of Pete in Neve and Joe, in Becky and his extended family, in his friends and pupils, people whose lives have been changed and enhanced by his life. If his death was a terrible aberration, his life was a powerful affirmation of love, in which we were lucky and happy to share. There is a future, and he will be part of it. One life is finished, but now it is up to the living to make the best of what the person they so desperately miss has given them.